I've went months before knowing that when I was running this machine primarily, I've went months before and never indicated a vice because I just knew that lane chuck was there. We have a lane master. I check the chuck, but after that, I don't have to check anything. It's just there.
Well, my friends, we've made it out to the shop floor, and this is my buddy Peyton. We've created the foundation of why Lang, but now it's being put to practical use here on the shop floor, and there are so many great examples of how Peyton and his team out here are utilizing the Lang fixturing as a foundation, whether it be with the clamping itself or the foundation utilizing other work holding, but it's the foundation of all the work holding they do here. So let's talk about the flexibility, the fact that it's modular, the way they profit from it, they can get quick jobs in. I'm now summarizing this entire conversation so you can get excited about what Peyton's about to describe. But Peyton, all right, we built the foundation about Lang with Dwayne. I'm a poet and didn't know it. How about that? Lang with Dwayne. And now we're out on the shop floor with you. So how are you currently utilizing the foundation of the Lang work holding?
So with the Lang, we obviously build multiple fixtures. We have multiple different work holding solutions. But our foundation, as said earlier, was built based off the Lang. So if you have a good foundation, you can build any kind of house on that foundation, and that's kind of our principle. So behind us, you'll see we have full versatility. We have a 4th-axis rotary on a 3-axis machine. We utilize the Lang to do multiple or multi-axis parts in a 4-axis way. It can be done. Is it harder? Yes, but with the Lang having the ability to twist the part, manipulate the part, go to different work holding solutions on the Lang system, it allows us to get different angles and still tie back to that main stud or the main 96 millimeter stud pattern. So where we see the biggest versatility out of it is where you have to pull off of a job and come back. So the situation we have behind us, we can have multiple jobs set up here running off of known work coordinate systems, and we can manipulate, move. For some instances, if you've done your due diligence in building your fixturing correct, you don't even have to pick the part up. You can just move your work offset. So if you come off of that 0 point all the time, you can come in with one job. Oh, got to stop. Got to go to this next job. Literally just loosen the stud, pull it off, clean your stuff up, do the due diligence, put everything back together, and off to the races you can be. So what I would like to demonstrate behind you or behind us, and put some stuff in here and show the versatility behind. Hey, I just need to get this out of the way. Hey, I want to get back to running this tonight. So I would like to demonstrate a little bit of that behind us.
Yeah, absolutely. I know the audience wants to see that. I definitely want to see that as well. But before we even get into the physical labor of moving it back and forth, which you look like a strong guy anyway, is we're looking at vertical, we're looking at horizontal. You've already mentioned the ability to take a part out while you already have another piece loaded and put it in. So let's quickly talk about the accuracy when you're using this quick change system. I believe it's within tenths, but I'll let you talk about the accuracy and what the, I guess, historically, the setup time would be for a new part going in versus what the part setup time is now.
So really what I'd like to shine some light on in that aspect, we'll circle back on the tenths, but on a vise. I mean, think about every machine shop out there. The old school guys, they could set your vise up in pretty quick time, but to physically get your studs in place, say someone came and got your studs, then you got to go looking for your studs to manually bolt your vise down, and then you got to indicate it and get it straight. That due diligence is already done. The chuck's in place. So going in and out with a vise is nothing but merely tighten up one Lang screw. When you go back in, your repeatability's there. Your dead jaw's always straight as long as your chuck's never been hit, bumped, hammered. If you're taking care of your machine in a good fashion, that chuck's going to be there. They lock to the table extremely tight. Under light torque and pressure, they lock and they don't move. So really, on the vise side of things is where I see a lot of my gains. Just being able to get it in there, not have to worry about is it there, indicate it, picking it up. I've went months before knowing that when I was running this machine primarily, I've went months before and never indicated a vise because I just knew that Lang chuck was there. We have a Lang master. I check the chuck, but after that, I don't have to check anything. It's just there. So I have, obviously we had multiple different multiple different chucks. So I know where every one of these chucks are at in this machine. I know what I should be seeing when I'm coming in. So I'd like to circle back on the tents. As far as tents, where I really see the power of the lane coming into play, say I have a part sitting down here on the table, but I got some side holes or some features that I need to finish on the side. I need to blend those features really nice. Having my rotary and having my plates dialed in where they need to be, that's not a question. I'm going to hit those numbers, and that's going to help me not have to sit there and fight a work holding issue or really try to tweak my work holding issue when I can just be working at the part. I can just be working at getting that part out the door versus messing with my work holding. So that's
very, very well expressed. I would give you a little high five for that one. Well, Peyton, now that we saw how simple that was and your ability to go from one fixturing to another fixturing, I wanted a couple of follow-up questions, and that is, you've shown me a really great setup, both vertically, horizontally. You were able to pull another vise out, put another vise in. You didn't want to bust anything up in the middle, right? You needed extra space. But I'm also looking around your shop, and I see a lot of your raw material with drill holes in it as well. Are you also mounting work directly to the fixturing?
absolutely. That's with the Lang system. It's brought a new way of thinking, and into really we do that in the multi-axis world. But we also incorporate it on the back of our fixtures. If we have a fixture that we want to mount and unmount utilizing like a back bolting feature, we can come off the Lang with the Lang studs in it. We have our bolts easily accessed. We just spin them out, unload the part, clean the fixture, put a new part back on, back bolted in, boom, right down on the Lang we go. It's quick, it's fast, it's efficient, and it always hits the mark for us. It always gets us back to that place where we need to be. As far as just putting it in the bottom of blocks, yes. So we have found ways to utilize that in our carrier stock that we run on our 5-axis machines. I personally go to the Lang if I can, if the customer will allow us to either. We have some customers that will actually allow us to put the Lang in the bottom of the part if the part permits it, where we can actually just machine finished features there. But in the scenario where I can't do that, I just add a little bit of extra carrier material. I get it on the Lang. I'm much more rigid that way than I am going in any kind of dovetailed jaws, any kind of serrated jaws. Personally, I look at that like if I'm pulling down, I have more surface area. If I'm machining this tall part and the part's this wide, well, I probably want to go down on a big face versus two little bitty jaws holding here. That I'm constantly looking at those ratios. Anytime you can pull down and get more surface area, it's going to help your rigidity substantially. So,
absolutely a great answer. So I have two things that I want to close this entire conversation out with, and one is our good friend Dwayne said, "I have to compliment your hair." We don't get to see that kind of hair every single day. So that's the one thing. And the second thing is For our friends over in Germany, specifically you, my friend Thomas, Peyton, he's looking for maybe some swag gear, something from Lang. You could even throw in a couple of Chucks or Vices if you want to. Totally up to you guys. But we thought we'd throw that out there here at Concise Manufacturing in North Carolina. Truly a great customer of Lang. The foundation of all of their work holding here at Concise. Logan, that was incredible. I hope you don't steal my job or go looking for one day. I hope you've all enjoyed this as much as I have and learned as much as I have today. We'll see you all again soon.